maximize your earnings or to protect your money.
I'm here for your annual eye exam.
Because I'm having trouble reading.
Exactly. They sort of make me feel
like I'm the most fabulous thing you've ever seen?
Exactly.
I'll take them.
At Kroger, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
From the station that's on your side, this is News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Car ahead, it's not the car right, the car ahead. It looks like they're drunk. Oh my gosh, it's a little girl driving.
You just heard a woman on the phone with police after seeing an 8-year-old behind the wheel on a road thousands of us drive every day. She was one of 8 people who called 911 yesterday after seeing the child driving in Columbia County. Arning Beelan live for us in the newsroom. Nikki listened to all of these calls. So what was happening while this 8-year-old was driving an SUV?
Yeah, it was a lot of panic and confusion on those calls, and police say that the 8-year-old took her mom's car down Furious Ferry Road, catching the attention of drivers from both sides of the road, causing what could have been a dangerous situation.
Columbia County 911, where is your emergency?
A car swerving and driving slow. 8 drivers in the area called the Columbia County Sheriff's Office.
Because she's not really staying in the lane. I'm like, what the heck? Car ahead of you, it looks like they're drunk.
Starting down Furious Ferry at Evans to Lux and continuing towards Riverwatch Parkway, people soon caught a glimpse of who was behind the wheel.
Oh my gosh, it's a little girl driving. It's a little girl, like a little girl driving this vehicle. There's a child driving.
But not everyone on the road knew what was going on.
Oh gosh, and people are starting to honk and stuff. I don't even know what to do. I have someone doing road rage behind me. They're really angry and yelling at me. That's okay, just let me know when you get up to the path, okay?
Bad enough for 911 to tell the drivers to turn on their hazards.
I have a month.
Inching closer and closer to the dangers of getting within a glimpse of Riverwatch Parkway.
I don't know how long I can follow her if she runs the red light.
Before she could get there, a deputy pulled her over.
He's right there. Do you see the deputy? Yes, I got him.
And according to the incident report, the child says that she was just driving and didn't know why she took her mother's car. She was taken to the juvenile court and released to her mom. We recently just checked in on the police reports, and the day before this, she was found riding her bike on Washington Road, and then after the car incident, she ran away from home and was picked up by the authorities for the second time in one day.
I mean, really a miracle hearing that audio that no one was hurt, no one was injured in all of this, but it sounds like deputies were on it. Thanks for sharing some of that, Nick. Okay, outside, we are dealing with another hot
chances late in the week in just about 10 minutes.
Questions tonight over whether the Burke County Sheriff's Office will have enough money to pay its employees. What we know right now is county commissioners sent a letter to the Sheriff's Office saying they will run out of money. Also in that letter, commissioners told Sheriff Alfonso Williams he cannot hire anyone else until the fiscal year ends October 1st. Our Will Rio explains the impact this could have.
The spotlight is once again centered on the Burke County Sheriff's Office and County Commission as a war of words escalates. Now, county leaders say the Sheriff's Office will be out of money sometime in August, leaving taxpayers and business owners like Michelle Graham in the dark.
It never should have gotten this far. I think it's unacceptable. I shouldn't have to be worried about this. This should be every day. It should be taken care of. It should be the norm that it runs smoothly.
On April 14th, the Burke County Board of Commissioners sent this letter to Sheriff Williams. In it, the commissioners write they are concerned about the current trajectory of Sheriff Williams' finances. They say Sheriff Williams' budget is over $7 million, and if spending continues at this rate, he will be over nearly $1 million. The letter goes on to say the sheriff overspent his budget in 2019, 2020, and 2022. Commissioners recommended a hiring freeze, purchasing fuel at county pumps, containing overtime salaries, and limiting purchases of equipment.
If they're out of
months later, on June 14th, this email was sent from Sheriff Williams to the county manager, Wrdw. The sheriff writes, "I have repeatedly warned you all that we did not get adequate funding to allow me to perform my constitutional duties. We sounded the alarm very early on.
I worry about the safety of everyone in the county."
On July 19th, a letter from the sheriff's office states that they promoted 20 employees within the agency on June 27th. The sheriff says the reorganizational plan would save taxpayers $200,000 in 12 months. According to the letter, those promotions were not processed by the county. 5 days later, on July 24th, the Burke County Board of Commissioners write this letter saying the sheriff's office is funded better than any other county of our size and population. It goes on to say the simple fact is that Sheriff Williams is set to run out of funds in August because of the choices he made. On July 25th, today, county commissioners send another letter telling the sheriff all remaining funds are restricted and you are out of money for this year's budget. As a result, there will be no new hires until the new fiscal year at the beginning of October. Commissioners go on to say you are one of the highest, if not the highest funded sheriff's office in the state of Georgia for a county our size.
And News 12 did reach out to both sides. Neither wanted to go on camera today about this. They say there is no plan B. They're not sure what's going to happen next. Sheriff Williams says he will send us any updates in a press release, but as of right now, we have not gotten any word. Arrest warrants show an Augusta University employee is accused of exposing himself on campus. Documents say John Sleeger inappropriately touched himself in the Mac Lounge of All Good Hall 2 weeks ago. He was arrested July 17th. He's not listed as an inmate in jail records right now, but we checked Augusta University's staff page. When you go to click on his link, the phrase "page not found" pops up. We've reached out to see if he is still employed at the university. A big day of firsts for Aiken County. Highland Springs Middle School students in class today for their first day back. For weeks, students and parents weren't sure if the brand new school would be ready in time. Our Taylor Martin spoke with the principal about how the first day went after finally passing those inspections in the last 24 hours.
Today is the day parents and their students, faculty and staff here at Highland Springs Middle School have anxiously waited for. And now that it's here, so is the excitement.
Welcome to Holland.
It's the feeling of a brand new school.
I'm very excited. This is the newest school in the area.
The feet of excited students hit fresh pavement this morning as they enter their new school for the first time. A reality that was almost delayed.
About a month ago, I went for like a walkthrough, and it didn't look done, so I didn't think they were gonna be able to make it. But they pulled through.
Principal Paige Day says the school being open on time adds more to the excitement.
I have been overwhelmed by how supportive everybody has been.
Highland Springs students come from 2 different areas of Aiken County, bringing together families of all different backgrounds. Principal Day says it's what she considered when planning her vision for the school.
Our number one goal is to have a staff and a student body that works together and really feels a part of Highland Springs. So creating that identity is, for me, the very most important thing that we will be doing this school year.
Inclusivity, it's what parents and staff like Monty Clark hope to see for themselves and their kids as well.
Everybody came from like 3 different districts, so it's a chance to create a new culture in the school.
And inclusivity is not the only thing Principal Day says she's concerned about. It's safety as well. It's why this car line that you see right here behind me is tucked away from Belvedere Clearwater Road, because it's an already busy road and they want to make sure they're keeping students and their families, faculty as well, safe. Reporting in Aiken County, Taylor Martin, on your side.
Also busy drop-off lines this morning in North Augusta and Belvedere, Hemmenhall Elementary, and North Augusta students walking in for their first day to meet their teachers. Some parents, of course, taking children of their kids, walking in from their first day back, but you can see everything is back to normal. And this year was a big change for high schoolers in Aiken County, a much shorter summer break since the school district went to a modified, more year-round type schedule. We stopped by Midland Valley High and Aiken High a little earlier today as well. Edgefield County Schools also back in the classroom today. These are students over at Strom-Thurmond High School. And first time in weeks they've been back. It's the second year of the year-round school calendar for them. The superintendent offered reminders for students and parents on getting enough sleep and building a successful routine. Coming up on 6 o'clock, new first grade teacher sharing her message that it's never too late to chase your dreams no matter how old you are.
And we are looking to hang on to hot temps for the rest of the week and actually only getting hotter for the weekend. We'll have that full forecast next. Looks like we'll hang on to those upper 90s through the weekend and early next week.
After going back to school at 44 years old, Tracy Farmer welcomed her very first group of first grade students at Wrdw Elementary this morning. Our Emma Ellis stopped by her class to ask why she decided to switch careers.
Have you ever had a dream, but you thought it was too late to accomplish it? New first grade teacher Tracy Farmer proved that isn't the case. After raising 4 boys, she decided to go back to college to get her degree in early childhood education.
I have wanted to be a teacher since I was in kindergarten and stood on the stage at graduation, and when they ask you what do you want to be when you grow up, I said I want to be a school teacher.
Though it was intimidating at times to go into a college classroom full of students just out of high school.
It's very difficult to go to a college campus and be a non-traditional student. I felt like I had to learn everything before I could even do the assignments.
Farmer says seeing her very own first grade students for the first time made it all worth it.
I probably would compare it to like going to Disney World and seeing that castle. It was all that I dreamed it would be.
Farmer wants to encourage everyone to follow their dreams, no matter what they think is standing in their way.
I would recommend anybody, no matter their age, going back to college and pursuing their dreams. Even though it is hard, it is worth every ounce of hardness.
In Aiken County, Emma Ellis on your side.
And you know what they say, the wait always makes it that much sweeter. Love her story. After a blistering start to last season, the Scranton County football team is learning from their late season troubles. We'll hear from the Gamecocks next in sports.
First Alert Radar. First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Lexus Acura Infinity.
I'm Chip Lewis with Augusta Medicare Specialist. The Medicare enrollment process can be overwhelming. Let us take that burden off your shoulders. We're local and we're here to help. Don't wait till you're 65 to call. AreYou64.com.
See your local GMC dealer.
All right, what do we got? Looks like 64 yards to the pin. About 64 mile per hour winds.
Dude, there's no wind.
Have my 64-degree wedge.
What's in with you in 64?
Are you 64?
.com!
The new homeless initiative for Washington Road is in its
Out of your mind? Mode. Want a mode for everything? GMC Terrain. Get 1.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on 2023 Terrain models. See your local GMC dealer.
All right, what do we got? Looks like 64 yards to the pin. About 64 mile per hour winds.
Dude, there's no wind.
Have my 64-degree wedge.
What's in with you in 64?
Are you 64?
.com!
The new homeless initiative for Washington Road is in its second week. While that program is aimed at cleaning up areas for businesses, some of you are telling us the problems go well beyond Washington Road. As our Craig Allison explains, the issues are also impacting homeowners.
There's a large population that lives behind my fence. These folks need help.
For 10 years, Cheryl Tyson says she's seen Boy Scout Road become a busy intersection for people experiencing homelessness.
When I was doing some maintenance on the back side of my property, opened the back gate, which I hate to say now is nailed shut, I picked up numerous paraphernalia, including clothing.
But city leaders acknowledge there are more people experiencing homelessness in that area.
We don't have a clear indication as to why, other than, as you see with many areas, increased revitalization efforts in certain parts of the community that homeless individuals were known to stay in have forced them out.
Now efforts here on Washington also overlap with responsibilities with other Augusta offices that want to help. The Richmond County Marshal's Office says they're expected to join the effort soon.
Sometimes they're occupied. We'll engage with that individual, get as much information as we can, hope to offer them resources.
But the hope is some more clarity comes down the road.
I think the initiative is great. It just depends on where the initiative is going with it. I mean, we don't want to treat homeless like criminals.
In Augusta, Craig Allison on your side.
And as Savannah Sheriff's Office saying their program is in the early stages, collecting data for this new program in emails given to News 12. An open records request filed with the Sheriff's Office says they have not been collecting any data in the past week. Another business is leaving the Augusta Exchange. After 10 years of business, Genghis Grill is closing. A closing letter posted on their door, their phone numbers disconnected. Other stores saying goodbye to the area are Christmas Tree Shops, Bye Bye Baby, and Bed Bath & Beyond. O'Charlie's also recently closed. Early voting for Aiken's mayor race, that's happening this week, and you can early vote until August 4th from 9 to 5. 3 Republicans are running. Incumbent Mayor Rick Osmond is challenged by Teddy Milner and Catherine Wade. The primary election is August 8th, and no Democrats are running.
On your sideline, sports brought to you by the Hawk Law Group.
More often than not, the road to success is filled with a few bumps, some potholes, and probably a stop sign or two along the way. The Screven County Gamecocks started out the 2022 season with an 8-0 record, steamrolling the competition at every chance they got. Their momentum slowed down after losing to Metter in the region championship game, making their road through the playoffs a lot more difficult. Head coach Ron Duncan says he's excited for his underclassmen to learn from their mistakes and face this year's obstacles.
When you come to a point in your coaching career where you're happy living and you're happy making the teams that you coach the best they can be, that's all that matters to me and to our staff. And we want to win state championships, we want to do all those things, but really it's about taking each individual team and trying to make it the best that you can make it.
Screven County opens up their new campaign at home against GSIC. Now, dare I say it? Yes, we're talking about practice. Here's a look at all the open dates for the Falcons training camp this summer. There's a lot of buzz around the Falcons this year, so it should be a lot of fun to be able to attend practice. The majority of training camp will be held at the IBM Performance Field in Atlanta. The only games that won't be are on August 8th and 9th, when the Dirty Birds will be down in Miami for joint practices ahead of their first preseason game with the Dolphins on August 11th.
All right, thanks for that, Dan. Remember, folks, if you got those sport practices going on, make sure you're staying safe in the heat. High temperatures running a few degrees above average the next several afternoons. Now look at that full 7 day coming up.
For healthy schools.
We've got a lot of news to cover tonight. A health scare for LeBron James's family after his 18-year-old son suffers cardiac arrest during basketball practice. Tonight we hear from a cardiologist about how to respond in such an emergency. That more news tonight right here on the CBS Evening News.
Well, live look at the Savannah River.